Hello everyone, my name is Jordan from Boomhead Productions and welcome to the very first deep dive episode. This is something I've been looking forward to for a while. I just wanted to make sure that I got it right the first time, and I'm hoping this time is going to be it. So, deep dive, just a little bit of a background on deep dive as a series that I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to go in depth on different pieces of lore from video games, books, movies, TV shows, whatever. I'm just going to go deep into some of the lore and some of the story just because it's fun. Why not? So, to start off, we have something of a series within a series. They're all interrelated subjects for the first couple videos. We're going to be talking about the cosmology in World of Warcraft. So, what do I mean when I say cosmology? I'm going to preface this by giving some important information that's going to come up in the rest of the video. So, cosmology in World of Warcraft, there are 6 great powers. There are light, shadow, order, disorder, life, and death. Now, they are the 6 cosmic forces that basically run everything in the World of Warcraft. Everything ties back to these cosmic powers, and pretty much all of them are connected on some level, but each is connected to one other in this cosmology deeper than the others, simply because they are opposites. They are complete opposite sides of the spectrum from each other. So you have light, whose opposite is shadow. You have order, whose opposite is disorder. You have life, whose opposite is death. Those are the 3, not even subgroups, they're just sort of the opposites of each group. Now, another important word to know for all of these videos for the cosmology and WoW is the title Pantheon. It gets complicated. It's basically just the ruling entity within each cosmic powers domain. That'll make more sense later. For now, we are going to go into some basic breakdowns for the rest of this video, and then the next deep dive video will be going more in depth in one particular cosmic power per video. So, because there's a lot of information to pack into those videos, I'm not going to try to do it in one. Let's get started with a basic breakdown. So, we are going to start with the light. It is widely worshipped throughout multiple worlds, multiple people. The light is just seen as a source of healing, as a source of safety. Fun fact, it's also a source of zealotry and indoctrination. If you don't believe me, look at Uriel. Uriel's really gone off the deep end because the light took her and twisted her will. I don't trust any of these powers. I'm gonna say that now. I don't trust any of the cosmic powers. Prior to Shadowlands release, I trusted maybe 2 of them. But now I don't even trust them just because so much has been shown to put a real big damper on that. But yeah, so that's the light in a nutshell. I'd go more in depth, but again, that'll be another video, another time, another week. But just know for the light, it is widely worshipped. It tends to create zealots and it loves to indoctrinate people into its service. And it's basically, you are either with them or against them. There's really not a lot of middle ground for them. I'll have examples for the light's deep dive video. But anyway, moving on to the opposite of the light, we have shadow, which is the which is the source of power for entities like the Void Lords, the Old Gods. It's really just not okay. Like, the light can kind of hide behind a facade of being alright. The Void is just insanity. Like, literally, delving into the powers of the void will drive you insane, will drive you to eventually serve the Void Lords. Don't trust those shadow priests. I certainly don't. But basically, the whole purpose behind the void is just like the light, and like all the other powers, it wants to rule all of creation. Ugh. It has led to a lot of wars and a lot of problems. I'm shuffling around a paper with all my notes on this. And it's just... between the light and the void, I don't know which one I like more. I don't like either of them, really. But at the very least, the light gives you... Well, no, they both give you a semblance of doing the right thing and going towards paradise. They both drive you insane. They both make zealots. Are you noticing a pattern here? Because this isn't even the first time it comes up. It's messy. I don't trust any of these cosmic powers anymore. Alright. So, going into the next cosmic power and the next dichotomy? I think that's the right word. I'm going to Google that later and make sure it's the right word. But anyway, we have Order. Now, Order is most known for the Titan... Oh, I messed up already. Well, it's okay. I'm not messing up on Order. I'm going to explain something later. Alright, so we've got Order. The Order is most well known for arcane magic and being the cosmic power behind the Titans. The Titans are the ones who basically go around to each world in the great twisting void. I can't remember. The Great Dark Beyond, I think that's what it's called. I'll have to Google that one too. Anyway, and they order planets. If something doesn't match what they want it to be, what they think is right, they change that planet to fit what is right and basically kill anything that does not match that description. Yeah. They've tried to kill us a few times because, well, I can't say a few times. The only time that really comes to mind right now is something I'll cover in the Order video. But yeah, basically you're either with them or against them. It's great. Opposite Order, we have Disorder. Disorder is just chaos. It is the source of power for the Burning Legion, Sargeras, and all his ilk. It is nasty stuff. Your soul will be burned for fuel for fel magic. It's bad. It is bad. And just like everyone else, fel magic gradually twists your mind. Ugh. Yeah, I don't have much to say about Disorder that isn't too much, too involved and wouldn't start me talking about something way too in-depth, which I will cover in the Disorder video. So we're just going to move on to the next dichotomy. I want to say that's the right word. I believe it is. And that is the first entry of Life. Life was the cosmic power I would have put my belief in. Now I just don't know. They seem the least horrible, but I still don't trust them because I've learned some things in Shadowlands that deal with death and life. Again, that'll be explained probably in the Life or Death video. Either or. Regardless, this is the domain of the wild gods, and it's more than just the wild gods on Azeroth. Every world had wild gods, pretty much. They are just nature's guardians, nature's keepers, protectors, and all that. Whew. All right, and now on to the final cosmic power, which is death. This is where the Shadowlands comes in. The Shadowlands are the realm of death. And despite what you may think, it doesn't matter which realm you are in the realm of death. You're pretty much screwed wherever you go. Again, I'll go more in depth on death when I get to the death deep dive, but you're screwed no matter where you are, really. But yeah, so last thing I'm going to cover is, of course, going back to that concept of pantheons. Now, each of these cosmic powers seems to have an individual or a group of individuals who basically push forward the agenda of their cosmic alignment. For the light, you have the Naru. The Naru are basically just beings of light who want to spread the light to everyone and everything. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you have the Void Lords in the realm of Shadow. That's not actually the realm's name, but I'm just talking in the cosmic power of Shadow. The Void Lords are they just want void everywhere. They want to consume it all, kind of like the light and order and disorder and death and life. It's bad. All right, and then in the order category, their pantheon is a pantheon that a lot of people who are familiar with WoW are already familiar with, the Titan Pantheon. There's not much else to that. They've probably been the most fleshed out pantheon in the lore of World of Warcraft right now. Disorder didn't necessarily have a pantheon as far as I can tell. I'm still going to do more research before I get to the Disorder deep dive, but it seems as if Disorder's pantheon is just made up of Sargeras, you know, the Lord of the Burning Legion. Messy, messy, messy stuff. As far as I can tell, for the cosmic power of life, the wild gods themselves kind of set up as the pantheon, but again, I'll do more research before I get to the life deep dive to make sure I got that right. And then, then you have death. The death pantheon is made up of the rulers of the 4 major realms within the realm of death, plus the arbiter. Again, I'll go more in depth on that when we get to the death deep dive. But just know that that is a mess right now. Yay, Shadowlands. So, that is pretty much it. The next deep dive coming out next week is going to be a deep dive into the light. So, if you are curious about more information for what's going on in the different cosmic powers, just keep your eyes open. We'll be having more videos for more of that crazy lore. If you did indeed enjoy the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It lets us know you enjoyed it, and it really helps us out. Ooh, sniffles. So, before I leave, let us know in the comments below, what would you like us to do a deep dive on? Once we're done with the cosmology of World of Warcraft, sky's the limit. Let us know what you want us to look deeper into. And as always, I will see all of you in the next video. So until that time, everybody, bye!